Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is your man, Johnny Mobley Jr., and we finna chop it up. One of my episodes, man. I got a cat here. Um, he did in my heart. And y'all know I got a lot. I don't have a lot of friends, male friends that I hold in close like this in the circle, man. But this dude here is definitely one of them. He got in the family, through little sis Patrice, and he been part of the family since day one. Um, yeah, man, and I love him. We gonna talk about a book he got out, man. He brought out called TATed. Yeah, tips, advice, and thoughts by your man Ron Gay. We gonna get into this though. This right here, y'all, is fire. It's like it's like one of them little pieces of nuggets that you eat, and you be like, you gonna think you gonna eat some more, but you be like, no, I'm good with that right there. Yeah, he dropped it off, man, and it's already book. It ain't big. You can read through it. I done read it twice, so it's good read, man. It's full of wisdom. It's full of knowledge. So that's not hope. My dude, fam, my brother, Ron Gay. Ron.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for having me, man. Yeah. This is big. I've been waiting on this. I've done a few already, but I've been waiting on this one because I know, this is different. Yeah. It's different. You know what I mean? My glasses fogging up. I'm in Savannah, man. It's a little different now. I live in Miami and it's hot, but Savannah, look at my glasses, man.
Yeah. It's
Savannah different.
Humidity.
Yes, man. It's different, man. I don't know what's going on around here, man.
You can't take no deep breaths. You got to take short.
Yeah, my glasses fogging up, man. But it's all good. But I'm definitely, man, I was looking forward to this. Once we talked, you was like, hey, man, I need you to come chop it up with me. I wish I could have been there in person, but we still gonna get it popping. We still get it popping.
It ain't gonna be the last time we talk either, because
definitely
the second book, the third book, when your babies write their books, that's just a little something. It's gonna be
a
minute, man. It's gonna be a minute.
Oh yeah.
Just chopping it up with you, man. So you married. Been married for long, man.
Next month will be 14 years, man.
14 years. Do it even feel like it?
No, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like we met in 99. That's when, that's when I came to that's when I met y'all. And I was like, they got how many kids? I was like, man, but yeah, that's when I met y'all, man. And we've been rocking ever since. So but it's been 14 years that we've been married. We've been together about 21, 22.
That's that good stuff, man. When you don't know, it'd be like, man, 14 years passed by and we still rocking, and it don't even feel like it.
Don't even feel like it, man. It's a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah. And you've got 2 daughters. Yeah, ain't a whole lot about them having them girls, boy.
And they, you know what I'm saying? And they're getting older now, so those attitudes are changing. You know what I mean? And I don't know how you I don't know how you deal with it, man. You know what I mean? Like, they was, my oldest is 10, and she really she growing into herself. You get what I'm saying? When she was young, that was my baby. I'm like, yeah. Now I'll be like, girl.
Yeah.
Little girl. Who you raising your voice at? Who you frowning up at? I'm like, where's this coming from, man?
Oh man, that identity. They trying to figure it out. And so like, so they gonna do what they do, man. They're the most interesting human beings to me on the world. I've had 5 of them in this house, man, and 1 outside the house, but it's just everybody, just different personalities. Ain't nobody they just all different. Got their own.
I said it all the time. I told Patrice, I was like, how they do that? Like, how? I remember sitting in your house, the house y'all had, and you had a rug with everybody, like all the girls' faces on the rugs. I was like, I can't believe they got this many girls in this house. Like, this is unbelievable.
All the time. We talk trash now because they gone. We were like, we we was good, not really, but it's all good, man. But yeah, just watching them transform, bro, from where they was coming up to where they at now. We got one getting married Saturday.
Getting married. Yep, getting married. I saw that, man. I was like, I said, John, you should get married. I'm like, wow, man. It's amazing, man. You getting old, man.
I
You
yeah,
getting old. Yeah, you getting old, bro.
embracing it, brother. I'm
Yeah, yeah, you getting old.
embracing it, man. So manhood. Give me a definition, your definition of manhood right now in your life, right now, where you at right now, this second. Ron Gay, definition of manhood.
Leaving an inheritance for my children's children.
Yeah,
That's that's all I can say. Leaving an inheritance for my children's children.
yeah,
That's manhood. That means that sums it up for everything. When you leaving something for your kids, that means you taking care of everything you need to take care of. That
absolutely.
means you taking care of home, you taking care, if you're married, you taking care of your wife, you taking care of responsibilities on your job, you taking care of yourself spiritually, you taking care of yourself mentally, and you taking care of yourself physically.
Yeah,
I don't have to go into a deep definition of saying that's what manhood means to me.
yeah,
But just leaving something for my kids, that means I've done everything that I'm supposed to do as a man.
absolutely, man. That,
So that sums it up for me.
that's a great definition.
Yeah.
And every man don't get that as far as leaving a legacy for your children's children. That means you take full responsibility
Mm-hmm.
for being a husband, for being a daddy, for being a uncle, for being a brother, for being a son, for being a man.
Everything.
That sums it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. I ask every man that, man, what is your definition of man? Because I'm interested to know. You
Yeah. Yeah.
know, I'm just interested to know, man.
That's a great question, man. For those that don't know me, I'm a licensed therapist. So what I mean, but I never really I don't practice, I'm more on the admin side now. But that's a great question to ask some of the guys that I talk to. I never really thought about asking them that and what do they think. That question, you can go a long way with that question, man.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
open up some because I've literally asked grown men what is manhood,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they they just couldn't tell me.
Yeah. 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 It makes you think that right there, so once it's over, it's gonna make me think even more. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? What else I could have said about it? But I just really feel like, that answer that sums it up, man. That pretty much that puts it all together. Leaving something for your kids. Yeah, that's it.
you got to do something valuable with worth, with love, sturdy, secure, got to be tangible. You know what I'm saying? It got to be something
All right.
and run with, not something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that says a lot, bro. That says
So
um licensed therapist, and you're not even practicing. How did that happen?
nah, man, you gotta so when I started off when I started off in North Carolina when I graduated from college, I was working in a juvenile institution.
Right.
So I was dealing a lot with a lot with gangs and all that, but I got them when they was getting locked up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I can't say it was too late, but at that point they in the system. You know what I mean? They already got this lifestyle that they live in. And while I'm in there, all I was doing was breaking up fights, man. That's all I was doing, just breaking up fights every day, trying to keep the gangs apart, trying to stop this and that, slamming kids here and there. Like, you don't get no joy out of slamming no kid. Sometimes you do get a little joy.
Yeah.
Especially if they running off at the mouth.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I've been waiting to get my hands on you. You know what I mean? But I got to the point. I was like, listen, I'm not helping these kids, man. I got to get them before they get into the system. I got to get them before they get there. And it kind of started from there. And it was like, dang, I started doing case management in North Carolina. I started dealing a lot with the kids, a lot of the kids that I saw that were locked up from there. And then once I moved to Miami, I knew I needed to go back to get my master's.
Yeah.
I was like, let me go back and get my master's. got my master's when I was in Miami. That was cool. But then I was like, I got to do more. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? I got to do more because I saw, as a man of color, as a black man, you didn't see no male therapist. You didn't see no black male therapist. And so I felt like, let me focus on getting my license. And, and what I saw was, as being a male therapist, just having a master's degree, being a male, they was using me for a lot of different things. The agency that I was at, they was using, well, Ron can go here, Ron can go there, Ron can do this, Ron can do that. And I was just like, okay, cool. But once I was like, let me go get my license. When I got my license, that's when I knew it was game time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when, like I said, we're gonna get to the book later. You know your worth then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta always know your worth, and you determine your salary. Once
Yeah.
I got my license, it was game time.
Yeah.
I can go different places and say, it'd be like, hey, listen, I'm a licensed therapist. And like, oh man, ain't you a black male? Ain't you a big dude? So boom, I was doing contracting work for a lot of different places.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is, man, they were sending me to the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
I'm not from Miami, man. They were sending me to the hood. I'm talking about, listen, listen, to the gutter. And then, being in Miami, they know I wasn't from there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm coming there, they were like, oh, he light skinned too? Like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't even call me light skinned, they call me red. Oh, he red. You talking about the big red dude with the bald head with the glasses? And when I come through the hood, they be like, oh yeah, he good. He one of their counselors over there. When I go through the hood, you know what I mean? So they ain't bother me, but it still was, you had a lot of female therapists, which is no knock against the female therapists at all, because we have some very strong ones, but a lot of them didn't feel comfortable with going to a lot of these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially a lot of the Spanish women, they didn't feel comfortable. So they kind of knew, well, we have Ron will go to that neighborhood, and it'll be fine. So it got to the point where I had the whole neighborhood, or I had this whole school. Like that was like, you know what I mean? Which was good. The money was good and everything, but you kind of get burnt out, man.
Yeah.
You see some of the same stuff over and over, and you see how people struggling so much. It's just like, dang, everybody's story the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody going through poverty. You go to every house, everybody's dealing with this. It was just a lot, man. It was a lot. I was taking on a lot. You get what I'm saying? Absolutely. I was taking on a lot. Yeah. And I knew I needed to, like, let me step back a little bit. Let me find out a different way to help. Let me try to mold other therapists and mold other people to be able to do this too. So it won't be so much on my shoulders. You know?
Absolutely.
So that's how I got onto that. That's how I got onto, as I learned more and more and more, I started, I understood my worth.
Yeah.
And I know I could kind of climb up the ladder.
Yeah, man.
And and from there, like I said, I'm the chief behavioral health officer now at a federal qualified health center. So I call the shots here and there, but at the same time, I don't do it by myself because I got a strong team. You know what I mean? I got a very strong team that hold me down, but I'm just more on the admin side of things.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I love that story, bro, because most cats go out there when they first start and they try to be Superman and save everybody, and then wind up just gassing out, and then not having it, not having passion for it no more, and then going a whole different direction. But
yeah,
it takes wisdom to see it and say, okay, let me step back and make some decisions. And that's what you did, man. That's
yeah. And you do, man. You step back and you look at it, and you do have to realize that you can't save everyone. And I would say this, and I want to say last Saturday, I lost the first kid that I ever had. When I first moved to Miami, I had this kid when he was 8 years old. You know what I mean? I knew he was going to be off the chain. When I first got him, I kind of knew he was going to be off the chain. I knew the family was going to be off the chain. Mom had 6 boys or whatever, but I knew this one was going to be off the chain because I gave him a PlayStation. I gave the whole family a PlayStation. He took the PlayStation to school and sold it. I said, "Oh my God, man!" He sold the PlayStation. But this was my dude, man. This was my guy, and he stayed in the system, man, throughout the years. You know what I mean? But I kind of always kept in touch with the family because I pretty much had four to six boys. I was their therapist,
Yeah.
and then when I wasn't their therapist anymore, I still was kind of part of the family because I would always go visit them. I would call to see what's going on. I would just stop by to see what's going on. You know what I mean? And I followed them on Instagram. You know, the kids be on. Well, you know, they ain't no kids no more. They older now.
Yeah.
But you know, they be on live. I hop on their live. They be like, "Oh man, hey, Mr. Ron on our live." You know what I mean? And they and they yeah, they'll add me so I can talk to them. They be like, "What's up, Ron? What's going on, man?" I'm talking to them. But yeah, I got the news last Saturday. I jumped on one of their Instagrams, and he got killed the night before. So this last Saturday,
Man. I'm
first
sorry.
kid. You can't save everybody. No matter what you do, no matter how much you instill in them, no matter how bad you want it for them, they gotta want it for themselves.
Absolutely, man.
And you know, they in this environment. You know what I'm saying? Like they moved away from the hood, but still, all their friends and family stay in the hood, so they still gonna gravitate back to it. They gonna go back over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
That's
is what it is, man.
I'm so sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
We of course we don't need to lose no more brothers out here.
Not at all. No, man.
We can't save everybody, man. And the one thing that I had to learn, with doing this stuff, man, is that I can give you all the tools you need to be successful, to be more successful than me. But if you
Yep.
never use them, what you supposed to do, man?
Supposed to do, man. Yeah, that's it, man. Like you can, you could like it being a therapist, being a counselor, whether you're licensed or not licensed, whatever field you in, and you counseling somebody, or just say you being a mentor to somebody, it can be draining at times.
Yeah.
It can be draining, but you got to learn how to make sure you take care of yourself too, and step back and try to, don't blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because when it happened, it kind of made me think like, dang,
I done different.
I don't moved up. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't moved up, and I haven't been over there in a long time. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not too good to go back to the hood. I'm not too good to do that. I'm not too good to go get my hands dirty. But I kind of lost focus a little bit and felt like I was kind of beating myself up like, dang, why ain't call them more? Why
Yeah.
ain't go over there more? You know what I mean? But it's
No,
part of it.
it is part of it, man. And don't feel like that. I had to learn a lot, man. It been times I'm in a situation where I actually wanted to take some of these kids out the situation and bring them home with me, but that's
Yeah.
called kidnapping, though. You can't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't do that.
feel for them in a whole different way, man. And you got a wife and you got girls, and you still got to be there for them and help nurture them.
Hmm.
So yeah, they're getting older now, and so it's gonna take a little bit more time for you. So don't feel guilty about it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, just I
The,
just
th- the therapist need therapy too. You know what I mean?
that's we the number one people that need
Yeah,
it, bro. We the number one. We first in line. Like, yeah, I need about 2 hours.
yeah.
About
That's it,
2 hours.
man. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? You got to learn something to take yourself away from that situation sometimes and kind of relax. My thing is fishing. You know what I mean? That's one of my things, fishing. And, other stuff like that. That's what I enjoy. Yeah.
Uh,
Self-care.
reason I brought that stuff up, man, because when I first met you, the the your heart and the love that came from you was overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
This was before you even opened your mouth. When I first met you,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I was like, this dude, like 7'4", and he riot. Yeah, I'm just playing. He's 7'4".
I know. Not at all. I wish I would be in the league.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm telling you right now, I'll be in the league. This would be a whole different conversation.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been on flew you out to the crib.
Oh yeah.
I've been on got you that jet from Gulfstream that we talked about that you want. I've been on got that for you.
Yeah.
Come on down, come holler at me.
I yeah, man. That ain't something that you taught. That's something
Mm-hmm.
you're born with. And for you to
Definitely.
recognize that, and gravitate to that and use that in your walk through life as a man. Not only focusing on your family, your wife, learning how to love your wife more as a husband, learning
Hmm.
to love your kids, and that's a over and over learning experience because they growing up, they changing, wifey growing up, she changing, she mature. It's just stuff
Hmm.
happening, but you got to be a different type dude to do that, man. And when I first met you, bro, the love that oozed off you, and then we started just had a casual conversation about helping kids and you know
Yep.
men, and that's been from day one we ever
Day
talked.
one.
So we
Yep.
both got a love for that stuff. But I was like, this dude is brilliant, smart, intellect, got a heart. No, his posture is different. He know how to maneuver, whether he in a
Hmm.
boardroom, with some presidents and CEO
Yep. Hands down.
calling at the dude up under the bridge. And
Yep.
you just, and it takes, I got some of that same stuff, but it takes somebody who gravitate to that and grab it and know
Hmm.
your worth. Just like you were saying,
Hmm.
you got to
Know
know
your work. Yeah.
how much money you got. It's what's
Hmm.
inside, man, and how you use it. And
Hmm.
that's given to you by God, man. And I just applaud you for walking in your true self for who you are. You don't
Definitely.
know, it is what it is, man. So I just applaud you. And now we
And
going book.
and I appreciate you saying that, man, because I always, what I'm saying, I always, and I still question now, you know what I mean? Like, God, what is my purpose? You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like I always ask that, God, well, God, what is my purpose? You got these multimillionaires out here. They, blah, 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 but I feel like I should be a multimillionaire. Like I feel like it's waiting for me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Are you molding me into that? Like what is my purpose? What is it you want me to do? You get what I'm saying? And some of the stuff you just said right there kind of confirmed it. You know what I mean? Just continue to be me, continue to give that love, continue to, just don't force it. Be you and it's gonna come.
that's it, man. Opportunity
That's it.
gonna come. The moment's gonna come. What you do, man, is you just seize the moments, understand, be clear about when the moments come. Because I always say this, man, and my apostle always told me this. He said, you have moments that come in your life that can accelerate you to where you think you're supposed to be, and past that.
Past that. Yep.
So it's like we wait because we got our little timeline that we think stuff's supposed to happen, and then we plan,
Yeah.
and we get all this stuff, and we work the pieces, and then when we get there, it's like, man, it didn't happen. But then
Yeah.
something happen,
Yeah.
opportunity come. But when we get depressed or discouraged or distracted by something that didn't happen on our plan, then we miss the moment that God might have that millionaire come by and say, "Hey, man, um, I was looking for somebody, man. A good place to eat at or whatever, or you got a conversation for me, or whatever."
Yeah.
Be they be going through, but if you miss the opportunity, that might be your $1 million check day. That might be an investment.
Maybe.
It might be somebody who can introduce you to somebody who. So it's just you just got to be always on point. And
Yeah.
I've taken everything, man, in my life, and I see it as an assignment. What am I supposed to learn in this? What am I supposed to take away? What I'm supposed to throw away, and what I'm supposed to stay focused on? And I just keep moving when it comes to everything, because God got a plan for our life, man.
Definitely.
It ain't a
Definitely.
plan that's not live. It's a plan that is alive. So you got to
Definitely.
be willing and able to see that thing. So I just, like I said, man, I applaud you from day one, man. You've always been that dude. You've been consistent, and you a man. So you go through stuff. We all go through stuff.
Definitely.
And
Definitely. Definitely.
understanding and hoping we making the right decision for our family and you know all that stuff, man. But at some point in time, you got to grab hold of that leader that you are, and you just walking it out, man. And you
No
have
doubt.
influence. If you, I always say that if you can influence your wife and your kids to follow you anywhere, oh, Joker, you can pretty much influence anybody after that.
Definitely.
You
You
can't,
hit it right on the head with that one.
saying? So yeah, man. So like I was saying, man. So the book Inspiration. What made Ron Gay sit down and say, you know something? I'm finna take some of this wisdom in this head of mine and in this heart, and put it in a book and give it to the people in the world? What made you do that?
Well, you know, I had thought about it when you first wrote your first book. You remember when you first wrote your first book? We met. You was like you and DJ, y'all wanted to have a meeting with us,
Yeah.
just to talk, just to, just to talk, just to catch up with us, because we don't come back to Savannah as often.
Right.
But I don't know why. I don't know if we was at home for the holidays or what. But I think we met at Starbucks.
Yep.
And we had a meeting with y'all one morning, and we sat there for about 2 hours just talking about the book. And I was like, man, I might want to write a book one day. And you was like, it's in you. You know what I mean? It's in you. You know, I ignored it.
Yeah.
You know, Deidre told me she was telling me the process of KDP. I was like, I don't know what no KDP is. I wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, okay, all right. You know, when y'all were telling me the process, I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? But I won't really try to hear me write no book. I ain't about to write no book.
Yeah.
But so fast forward, man. Fast forward to 2019, I had knee surgery.
Yeah.
Messed my knee. I was fishing and messed my knee up. So had knee surgery. But every Tuesday morning since about 2013 or so, I get on a prayer call every Tuesday morning with one of my boys. His brother is a pastor. His name Pastor Braxton Bowser.
Okay.
And every Tuesday morning, 30-minute prayer call. Every Tuesday, I always get up there. I can count on my hand the Tuesdays that I missed.
Yeah.
But when you you're just on the prayer call, some people fall asleep or whatever. But and so when you get on, you say your name. It prompts you to say your name. So you either say your name or you don't say your name.
Right.
This morning I didn't say my name. I was sleepy. I was like, I ain't say my name. But this particular, I had surgery the week before. So I was down and out, man. My mind was going crazy. I'm like, man, I'm 40, I'm 40 years old now. Like, I had a knee surgery. Like, how am I bounce back? So all different type of stuff was going through my head, man. But I was on this prayer call this Tuesday morning, the week after my surgery, and it was about 30, maybe 20, 30 some people on the call. And he was like, as he was praying, he said, I don't know if Brother Ron is on the call, but Brother Ron, if you are on this call, God told me to tell you to start writing. And he just kept going. He said, God told me to tell you to start writing, brother. And then he went on to the next thing.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm sitting on the call like, you said what? I'm like, right. And so his brother was on the call too.
Yeah.
So he texted me, you said, man, you hear what my brother just said? I said, man, your brother tripping. I said, your brother tripping. I don't know what he talking about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, wait, talking about me start writing. So, and I took it and I was just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And then one day I just started taking little notes.
Yeah.
Like stuff that I saw, anything that popped in my head during that time, I just started jotting it down, man. Started jotting it down. And I was just like, and I would get on Facebook, I would say certain stuff. People would laugh.
Yeah.
People would laugh at my little stories and stuff that I had. And I was like, man, nah, I can't get this away for free.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's when I hit y'all up. I always see y'all as my mentors. And I knew y'all knew going back to the process. I was like, let me hit y'all up. Yeah. You know what I mean? I said, let me hit y'all up. This was right in the beginning of 2020. And y'all was like, I'm gonna link you with Tia.
Yep.
Tia Monique Randall. Let me hook you up with Tia, the GOAT. That's why I call her now the GOAT.
Yeah.
And so I reached out to her and told her who I was. We had a conversation. And she was like, oh man, this is, I told her about my idea for the book. And she was like, oh, this is easy. Yeah. She was like, she said, this was about February, close to March. She was like, this is easy. She said, we'll have this out in the summer and then you can start on your next book. I said, my next book? She was like, yeah, you got plenty. She said, you got plenty more books in you. So I can tell. Like that, right? And I was like, all right, if you say so. So we had that call. So we had another scheduled call we put that started scheduling calls for every week.
Yeah.
So the next week, we had a conference number. So I called the number and I'm waiting. And she was a little bit late because she was working with a different client. So I was like, cool. That went well. We talked about the process of the book, boom, 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 what I want to do with the script, everything. The next week, I get on the call again, and she ain't never get on the call.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dang, I waited because I knew she was working with other people. So I waited, I was patient. And I waited for a while. I'm like, dang, she didn't get on. The next week I did it again and she didn't get on again. So, my heart racing like, man, I know this lady did not just take my money, bro. I'm like, she a church lady. I said, my mentors don't link me with this lady. I know this lady did not just take my deposit money and just leave me out here like this. Yeah. And so I reached out to Deidre and I was like, yo, Deidre, I was like, hey, what's going on? She was like, what's going on with you, blah, blah. I said, hey, you talk to Tia because she ain't been on none of my calls.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, Ron, I forgot to tell you that, Tia's in a coma.
Yeah, bro.
I said, what? This was when COVID, this is in March 2020, when COVID first hit, when we was hearing about it, but this was like in the beginning.
Yeah.
And she told me she was in a coma, and I was like, and I felt bad, like, dang, you know what I mean? I'm upset. I'm about to be upset with the lady because I thought she loved me. But then she was going through her own situation. So I immediately I just threw the book out the way and was like, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? I prayed for I say her name every night. And it's crazy to this. I have a routine of how I pray. And there's certain people's names that I say, and I always say her name.
Yeah. And
it goes so smoothly that I still been saying her name every night. Yeah. And don't even think, I just thought about it. I say her name. I still say her name every night. Yeah. But I prayed for her, man. Prayed for her. I would check with Deidre, check with y'all to see how she doing. And they'll give me an update. And then just finally one day she hit me up and told me she was ready to start back working. And I was like, praise God. God brought her through that. And when I finally talked to her, I was like, yo, forget my book. Yeah. I can't wait to see the book that you about to write because you came through something that's amazing.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, she would live in Detroit. Like Detroit was so bad, with COVID. You know what I mean? When COVID first hit. So to see her overcome that, man, and be able to come back and help me, yeah. Man, I was like, yo, and then we just started rolling. We started rolling, you know what I mean? And she guided me and she helped me and we bumped heads here and there, which is part of the process. Absolutely. She taught me a lot. And man, here we are, man. TATed by Ron. Tips, advice, and thoughts by Ron. I just had that vision of I wanted to show my head on the book. Yeah. I wanted to be my head because my boys like that's my head. Like it ain't no way around it. That's my head and that's my face. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to be all this different stuff that's coming out of my head. You know what I mean? Like that was my vision. All of this stuff, like I want to talk about everything. I want to talk about real life situations. I want to talk about hygiene. I want to talk about kids. I want to talk about marriage. I want to talk about church and religion. I want to talk about going to a black college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about everything. And so I just started putting everything that I had, I put it down in a book. And, my wife saw it. She was just like, oh, did you really want to say this? And I was like, yeah, I do. I want to say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's, and I could have, we talked about grouping, like, having all the church stuff together, having all the family stuff together, having all this together. But I didn't want to do it like that.
That's not realistic.
It's not. And I could have put it in there like that, but I just felt like people would automatically, well, let me just go read the church section.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I want you to look through the book and find something about it. That means you got to read something else, and something else it's gonna catch your attention.
Absolutely, man.
So it's dope, and I put ED on it. It's tips, advice, and thoughts. Yeah. And I put the ED on it because I'm educating you or re-educating you because a lot of stuff you heard before, but a lot of stuff people are scared to say out loud.
Absolutely. That's brilliant, bro. How that about, and I think, yeah, because realistically, we don't just think about church stuff doing 7 and 8, and then we think about this. Sometimes you be in church with your hand, and you see a shorty, be like, "Ooh, this is nice."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It ain't nothing that got to do with God, but you right there.
You right there, man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's real, man. So it's some great stuff in here, man, that I love.
It's short. My goal was to, well, you hear about your homeboy. You be like, I wrote a book. They be like, all right, I'm gonna support you, but they ain't gonna read it. But my goal was to make it short. It's 75. It's like 75 pages.
Yep.
Throw some funny illustration. Throw some pictures in there too that kind of grasp your attention, make you laugh, and not make it so serious. But I threw some pictures in there just so you can kind of get through it quick. But I had a couple of people that read it 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah.
But you get through it so fast, and you learn it. You laughing and you thinking, and it kind of, you just keep reading it.
Yeah, man. And
you
that's
keep reading it.
I done read it twice, man. And
that's good.
Me and Dee read it together, and then I grabbed it and just started reading it again. I'm like, it's so much stuff. If your family members are staying over for the holidays, please remember to wash which washcloth rags. Like, that's real stuff, bro. It's like you go in the bathroom and now you have 2 wash rags, and now you got 4. You like,
yeah, yep.
Man, I think this, you don't know what they done. It's hilarious, man, but it makes you think. And like you said, going through it, man, you got some stuff in here. Yeah.
It makes you think. A lot of it, it's some real life situations and some stuff that really make you think, man. And you think you clean, but drive with a white towel. You think you took a good bath, drive with a white towel and see how clean you really are.
In there. That's for sure. Yeah, man. You're 38, he's 41, and y'all go together.
Go where?
What y'all doing?
What y'all doing? What y'all doing?
Real talk, man. I'm like, bro, and I mean, it's an easy read, y'all. Please, tell me how many you pre-sold before this book even came out.
So my goal was a 250, but I sold close to 400.
Yeah,
almost 400 pre-orders.
Yeah,
and it was close to about like 380, 390, somewhere around it. Yeah, and I signed everyone.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
House too, man.
I signed everyone, and I numbered I don't know what number I don't know what number, because I just started doing the numbers.
246.
246. You know what I mean? I signed everyone, and yeah, man. At first I was kind of like, I kept telling myself like, man, I'm signing all these books. I feel like I set myself up. You know what I mean? I set myself up to say I'm gonna sign it because it took a lot of time.
Yeah.
But so when you look at Facebook, people just started taking pictures with the book.
Yeah.
And, people just started, I've been tatted. Like, that happened. It happened naturally. I didn't tell people to, send me a picture. Now when people get out, I tell them, send me a picture now, because it just started. People just started sending me pictures or posting pictures with the book. So I've been tatted. And then they will open the book and see that it was like, yo, he signed it. It's like, he really took the time out. I ain't just write my name. I wrote you a message.
Yeah. Like,
somehow we connected somehow or whatever. I said something to you in there, you know what I mean, in my signature. And people really they took the hold of that. And then the people that had the order off of Amazon, they kind of feel some type of way, because they was like, yo, my book ain't signed. Like, yo, this ain't right. You know what I mean? My aunt hit me up because my aunt didn't pre-order, and she ordered off of Amazon, and she said it. She was like, I would say I've been tatted by my nephew, but my book ain't signed. You know what I mean? But it was crazy because it caught on when I was pushing it in the beginning, trying to tell everybody pre-order, my book is coming. Yeah, you had people do it, you know what I mean? And and it was all right, we're gonna support. But then once it finally dropped and everybody was seeing what was going on, I gotta read this thing, man. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta get it on Kindle. I gotta do this. And then, my packaging, I was like, I had a vision. I just had this vision. My packaging, it's over there. So my packaging was, like Deidre said, my packaging was sexy.
It was. It was when she first got it. She showed me. I was like, "That's the book." That's the book. That's the book. Ron got a different kind. She never know, baby. That's the packaging. I said, the package in the front of the book.
Yeah, man.
Sexy. I like, yeah, that is kind of sexy. Men don't we want to call other men sexy or not.
Yeah, I know, right? I had that vision. I had that vision.
Got down with that
Yeah,
one, man. But that was brilliant.
yeah. It was cool. I enjoyed it. So, people that like I still have, if you have somebody that, that's watching this, they're watching this episode and they want a signed copy, you can have them reach out to me, or we can talk, and they can reach out to you personally, so I can get them a signed copy, because I still have a few more on hand that I can sign and that I will sign, and then I'll actually ship it out myself, and they will get that packaging.
Sexy.
Yeah, Pat. It like I said, it's just this vision that I had, that it was kind of like, it's just the packaging. They're gonna rip it up and throw it away. Some people appreciate it, some people won't. But some, the feedback that I have received about it being in that package was like, it was cool. I had some of my homeboys, some of my frat brothers, your brothers be the ones and your friends be the ones that give you the hardest time.
Oh yeah.
One of my friends, he posted a video. He was like, "Can you believe that this guy got his face on the package?" He said, "All I see is money." I was like, "No, you don't." But they be the ones that give you a hard time, and it's real catchy, because I get messages now that people may say something, and then they'll put TATed, but they'll put their name. Yeah, you're like, "Oh, TATed by Johnny." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's catchy.
Slip it on a T-shirt somewhere for real.
Oh yeah, it's coming, man. I got to ride that wave. I got to ride that wave. Yeah.
Bro, I am so proud of you, man. Words can't explain. Yeah, we knew this was in you.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty more in you. You got wisdom,
Definitely.
Ron. You got a deep well, bro. And
I
sometimes
appreciate it, man.
down and just pull that stuff out, because we in times now that's completely different. So when you can't go and talk to a young man, you can give a young man this, and it does mean everything, man. That you sign everything and all of that. Shows that you care about what you putting out. It's just not you trying to make money. It's you
trying
to equip people and give people something to smile about and think about. Because a lot of this stuff, they don't know what it is. They sometimes, like you said it before, but they ain't never seen it in a book. It's
never seen a book. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
because I've had so many conversations, man, with so many people that agree, they agree, they don't agree. They want to ask me about this. I have friends asking me, "Why do you use 2 washcloths?" I mean, we had a conversation about using 2 washcloths.
Yeah.
My uncle is 83 years old. He called me and we had a conversation about the book, because I have my aunt, she has a quote in the book.
Yeah.
That was a big thing for me. I think she's 82 or something like that. Yeah. She has a quote in the book, but her husband, he called me and he was like, "What do you mean?" Two things that he didn't agree with. One of the things he didn't agree with was about having a glass of wine at dinner. And we kind of had a conversation about that, because my experience was different, because being in grad school, I did therapy with people with DUIs.
Yeah.
And so I saw it on a whole nother level where, you say you and Deidre, y'all go to dinner and y'all have a glass of wine. You may have a high tolerance, but you only had a glass of wine, but one of y'all driving, you get pulled over. You can get a pop that's a real butthole.
Yeah.
And he like, "Where you coming from?" "We coming from dinner." He's like, "Do you have something to drink?" "Well, I had one glass of wine." And they can lock you up. They don't mind. They can really, it really can be like, well, I'm under the limit. They can say, "So you still was swerving."
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? But then you got I live in Miami, so you go to dinner and you see family. You see a husband and wife, and they got their kids, and both of them having a drink.
Yeah.
And like for some people it's normal.
Yeah.
But the fact that I've seen so much and I've been in that world, I kind of think like, dang, who driving?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we kind of bumped heads on it. He said, "Well, I'm not going to not go to dinner and not have me a glass of wine because Ron said I can't have a glass of wine." You know what I mean? So we went through that phase, but he understood what I was saying.
Yeah.
And then the other part was in the book. I have a quote that says, "If you wear long pants, you don't have to put lotion on your legs." Hey, he beat me up, man.
That dog. If I don't wear
He,
pants, I'm good. What I gotta put low? You ain't gonna see my leg?
you don't see my leg, but listen, he beat me up so bad. He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'm 80." He said, "What?" He said, "I'll be 84 next month." He said, "I bet you my legs look better than yours. I promise you, man." He said, and look, my aunt got on the phone. She said, "Yeah, she said he got beautiful legs." I'm like, "Y'all been married for what? I think 50, almost 60 years." He
Wow.
said, she said, "Oh, he got beautiful legs." He been putting lotion on his legs since I known him. I said, well, he ran track at Ohio State. So I was like, but I will say now, I had this conversation with him probably about 3 weeks ago. So I'm 3 weeks strong putting lotion on my legs every day.
With long pants.
Well, they don't even matter. I've been putting lotion on my legs for 3 weeks straight.
That's what's
I
up.
need to, I need to live to be 84. I'm like, that's gonna help me. Let me do it.
Good looking legs.
I know.
Can't be
But
right. You look at it before your legs looking like they nice.
yeah, man, it's been I've had some great conversations. I've had people call me laughing. I've gotten text messages. My father-in-law was laughing at me today because he he read something in there that made him laugh.
Yeah, man.
The HBCU section was something that's dear to me because I went to a black college,
Yeah.
and going to a HBCU is totally different than going to any other college. The experience is totally different.
Oh, yeah.
So that part of the book to me meant a lot because homecoming, HBCU homecoming is therapeutic for a lot of us, and
Yeah.
a lot of us we missed it last year because of COVID, and we couldn't go and have that time with our friends, with the people that we went to school with, connecting with everybody, seeing everybody, hugging everybody, shaking everybody's hand, my frat brothers, and all my friends, like everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like that HBCU homecoming, man, that thing is like it's a big family reunion.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to make sure that I reached out to people from all different schools. It's probably about 30 different schools or so that I reached out to. There are people that I knew or didn't know that I could get in contact with to get a quote from them to be able to put in the book to say, tell the people something about your particular college, how you prepare for homecoming, because everybody prepare for homecoming differently, and everybody's homecoming experience is different. So I was able to get a lot of different quotes from. I got your sister in there.
Yeah.
I got your sister and Rudy in there. You know what I mean? And that was good. And I even got one of my line brothers. I got his parents. They went to Virginia. They went to Virginia State, Virginia Union, Virginia State, and they've been married for 40 years. They gave me a quote to put in the book. So that section is real. That section is real dear to me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That section is dear to me, man.
That's good stuff, bro. Like I said, I can't tell you how proud I am of you, man. Y'all go get the book. Ron, tell them where they can get this book at, man.
Man, you can get it on Amazon all day, every day. It's on Amazon, on Kindle as well. Or you can go to my website at www.iamrongay.com. iamrongay.com. But for everybody that's listening to this live, or you listen to recording or whatever, if you reach out to my mentor, Mr. Johnny Mobley, if you reach out to him, the first 20 people that reach out to him, I'll sign your book and I'll send you a copy. So the first 20 people, y'all go through him, reach out to him, I'll sign it, I'll send it to you, you'll get the sexy package, and I'll make sure I write something special in there for you.
Yeah, man. Y'all heard it here. First 20 people, y'all better go ahead. It ain't gonna last long. 20. I said 20. He not doing no.
20,
Listen,
no more.
so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of
You,
you.
you
First
started it, man. You started. I'm following in your footsteps, my brother. You started it.
iron sharpens iron, Ron. We got
That
something.
guy, that guidance. You had that guidance star. You had it. You know what I mean? You had it. You started it.
So proud of you, man. This is the first of many. I
First of
hear
many.
the princesses, they got something on their heart they want to share. They got some ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, yeah.
What's up, man? See what you
I'm ready.
all
I'm
it,
ready to hit him.
yeah, man. It's all it takes is, man, and that's what sometimes being a father is, you opening up the door.
Hmm.
Be courageous enough to do this. When they're kids, they look at this as second nature, where we look at
Definitely.
it as something tough to do. Who go listen to
Exactly.
bother? But when you do it and they young, they like, daddy can do anything. He wrote a book.
Definitely.
I got it. It's second.
Exactly.
You just don't know what catalyst you are when you make decisions like this to your family. To your,
Yep.
my
It,
wife, working on her first full book, but
yeah.
chapter in a book with a bunch of women,
Yep.
women.
Yep.
It was hard for her to do that because she didn't think she can do it.
Yeah,
Now,
but she did it.
bro, she working on the book and she already got
She
bought the book. I said, baby, you selling books before you wrote it. Like, you don't wrote 10 books.
Yep. She on fire, man. Like it does it. And I'm gonna tell you the one thing I will say that my uncle said too is that he applauded me because I actually did it. Because he said it's a lot of people out here that say they want to write a book and do this and do that. And he said, he said he'd been wanting to do that for years, but he never did it. You know what I mean? And he's in his 80s. So he definitely said he applauded me for actually doing it, completing it. I've had several people that hit me up that, you know, that I passed Tia's information on to because they said they want to write a book
Yeah.
or they started and then they stopped.
Yeah.
And then I had conversations with people too, and I want to make sure I tell your audience this too. And I said some, in the end of the book, I said it that there's a lot of people out here that's reading the book um, that have multi-million-dollar ideas in their head,
Yeah.
but they're scared to go jump out there and do it. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like I didn't, I'm just wrong. You get what I'm saying? But I had these thoughts that I want to put out there. And and I'm just here to tell people, don't be discouraged. And because when I do my book, I got discouraged because I saw other people dropping books.
Yeah.
I saw other people doing for some of my next projects and stuff that I want to do. I see people that's already doing some of the stuff that I want to do. And I was just like, and I said to myself, and I still say to myself, like, yo, I've been was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But then I feel like they're gonna think I'm copying them. You know what I mean? Like everybody's gonna think I'm copying them, but I was just like, yo, man, God will make room for you. You know what I mean? And Tia said the same thing. She said the same thing to me. My wife said it too. My wife said, yo, you think they what? They only wrote one book? You think they only created this one idea? You think somebody only created this one piece of clothing? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's so much other ideas. Like, yeah, somebody might have already done it, but you put your spin on it
That's it.
and you captivate your audience. But God put it in you for a reason. Don't be scared. My people, all of my friends or whoever may see this, don't be nervous because you know me, you've been knowing me forever, and you see I wrote a book. Don't let me write in a book and you see the success that I'm having discourage
You
you.
can't.
Because when I win, you win. You
That's
get what I'm saying? Because I told some of my fraternity, my line brothers, my fraternity is dear to me too. And I told some of them, I was like, yeah, y'all got ideas too. But I know you probably want to write a book. One of my guys, he want to write a book. But don't think about that. Me and you are so tight. Everybody always see us together, and all of a sudden you coming out with a book too. Don't think, oh man, you just copying what you copying what Fats did. Nah, that's what God gave him. And what's gonna happen is, and when he do write his book, I'm gonna push it out there to everybody the same way I'm pushing out mine. I'm gonna promote it the same way he promote mine.
exactly.
When I win, you win. Don't be discouraged by if you see one of your friends, one of your partners, somebody you know in the church or your job. If you see them doing something that you had already thought about doing, creating a restaurant, selling desserts or whatever, don't be discouraged because you see them doing it. Their desserts don't taste like your desserts.
Right.
You may have a whole different idea, so don't be discouraged by them. If God place it in your heart, go do it. He's going to make room for you no matter what.
Yeah.
He's going to make room for you.
He got you, man. That's
He
good.
got you.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've always said iron sharpens iron, man. And
Yeah, man.
real friends, real connections, then it's not one of us got to make the step. If one of us
Somebody.
step and that realness, that authenticness that you can touch organic, well, if he did it, I can do it. My son-in-law is a book writer now. He called his
Yep.
Travis the author.
Yeah.
Saw his
Yes.
son-in-law write a book, and he was like, shoot, I could do that too if he did it.
Yep.
I,
Yep.
I think he on his third book. He doing affirmation. So it takes somebody to encourage you, man. It don't be it's
Hmm.
supposed to be. We encourage
Yeah.
each other. I want to be successful. We encourage each other when we doing bad stuff. If we
Yep.
going out cheating or something, I take you with me. That's encouraging. But we don't
Yep.
embrace the
Yep.
good choices, man. I got one more
That
question
that
to ask you, man.
that cheat that cheat. What you just said, cheating. That's in the book too. I
Yeah,
said. I said it ain't worth it. I
yeah.
said it ain't worth it.
I got one more question to ask you.
Yeah. Yeah. Go
Been in
for it.
your head.
Say it again.
This has been in your head and your
Mhm.
heart for a while. You took the vision and you put it out. Explain to me how you felt when you first held this in your hand.
I felt proud, and it seems so surreal when I look at it now. The fact that I see you holding it,
Yeah,
and knowing that the conversations that we had in the past before I even wrote a book, you know what I mean? The fact that you have it, the fact to see so many people like just sending me messages and just taking pictures with it and posting it everywhere, saying that they've been tatted. And when I walk in the house, I got the book kind of like laying around everywhere. I just be like, dang, man, that's I'm like, oh, I said, boy, that's me.
yeah, man.
I'd be like, I'm proud. You get what I'm saying? And it shows me, it encouraged me. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? It showed me that I could do anything. If I put my mind to it, I really could do anything. I was like, I actually wrote a book. I'm an author. You
yeah,
get what I'm saying? Like I put it in my mind, like, yo, we're like Ron, like, yo, I wrote a book. You get what I'm saying? Like, I still can't get over that. You get what I'm saying? I can't. And, my mom is proud. My mom been reading through it, and I'll be like, dang, my mama gonna see this. I wrote this. You know what I'm saying? But she said she got it sitting on her dresser. So every day she'll look over there and she'll see it, and she said she just smiled.
yeah,
Like that does my heart. That does my heart good,
yeah,
knowing that I wrote a book and that my sisters, I'm the oldest. I got two younger sisters, and they can see it and see that my brother wrote a book.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? My uncles can say that. You get what I'm saying? Like, my uncles and my aunts are on Facebook, and to see, everybody want to get a copy of it, and it just like, I have certain, I come from humble beginnings, man, and to have one of my uncles or my aunts, and it about to bring tears in my eyes now,
yeah,
to
man.
have one of my aunts and my uncle send a message and say, "Hey nephew, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah,
When I get my money or when I get my check, I'm gonna buy your book."
yeah.
Like, I send them a book, man. It ain't about the money.
It's
You
not.
get what I'm saying? It ain't. And like you helped raise me. You created this.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? My aunts and my uncle, like y'all had a hand in raising me.
yeah,
I'm gonna make sure that I send you a book. But I still have some of them that want to still purchase it and support.
uh-huh.
But to hear that, to say, when I get my money, it kind of shows me, like, we still got a lot to do.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And I asked God to make me a multimillionaire.
yeah,
Not just for myself. You get what I'm saying? Not just for myself, just for me to be able to help other people.
yeah, man.
For me to be able to bless other people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be a multimillionaire to be selfish.
Yeah,
Me and one of my pastor friends back in North Carolina. Shout out to Pastor Nate Davis at Now Church. We always said, man, we want to be generous we want to be multimillionaires so we can be generous on all occasions.
yeah,
It's not about us. You get what I'm saying? It's about giving, about helping. I've given this book to so many people, man.
yeah.
and it's gonna get into the hands of somebody. I don't know who, and I'm believing it. I'm just thinking that somebody gonna get it.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna read it. Somebody's gonna think it's funny. Somebody gonna think it's inspiring, and it's gonna touch somebody in a different type of way, and it's gonna open a door.
Yeah, man.
I just got to be ready to step through it. Like Tia said, this is my seed book.
Yeah.
This is just a beginner. I'm just laying the seed down.
That's it,
I'm
man.
laying the seed down for it to grow, and it's gonna hit somebody. And I'm praying. I'm praying it's gonna hit somebody. If Oprah watching this, you can add it to your book club, Oprah. Hey, I can talk to you. I take some time out of my day to talk to Oprah.
You do that? I'm sure you.
Yeah,
Boy, you
her,
crazy.
listen, her or Ellen, either one of them. It don't matter which one comes first.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know, I talk to either one of them.
one of them probably trying to get in touch with you right now. I hope you got.
Yeah, I'm not even picky. I don't care which one it is.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah.
But
This.
I thank you so much, man. I definitely, like I said, I was looking forward to this. I always look up to you and the wife, man. I love y'all. And and it's crazy that I always say, when I do become this multimillionaire, I already have a plan in place of a gift that I want to give y'all. And it's crazy because I wrote it, it's written down.
Yeah.
So it's bound to happen. I don't know when. You get what I'm saying? But it's bound to happen one day or for the family. But I already have it in my mind because you guys are the foundation of the of TATed. You get what I'm saying? Like for people that don't know, you guys are like, I told the story how it happened, but y'all are part of that foundation,
Yeah,
the
man.
beginning phases of it. You was you was molding me.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, I wasn't trying to listen, but
Cool to see.
it,
It was there.
it was there.
It
It
was.
was there. But y'all are part of that, man. And I love y'all so much. And I thank y'all for linking me to Tia, for Tia having that patience with me. I
Yeah.
know she gonna listen to this, for her having that patience with me, for me getting on her nerves from time to time. But it's part of the process. So, but I thank y'all, man. I thank y'all for believing in me and for pushing me.
Absolutely, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The one thing that you said about this book, just just the simple fact that you followed through and finished, bless people,
Mm-hmm.
family, other men. It just blessed people. Not even before they didn't even open the book and read nothing. It's just the fact that you started and finished. So
Mm-hmm.
that in itself, man, I mean, you probably blessed so many people with that, just starting and finish. It's all of us, and I've always said this, every last human being on this earth has a story in them that they can put in a book. Something,
Yep.
something influenced, something changed, something happened where you can put it in a book. You just got to be brave enough and bold enough to write it,
Mm-hmm.
and I thank you for taking time, thinking through it, putting out something great, putting out something funny, putting out something to make us think, man. I'm just super, super proud of you, man. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, since day one, looks can be deceiving because you look like you're tear something down. So you will if you had to. But
I had to.
yeah, but I mean, dude, we connected from day one, man, and I love
Definitely.
men and helping men and mentoring and stuff, man, and helping people. So I thank you, man. I thank God for you. I thank you for being obedient. It don't matter how long
Definitely.
it took, you just did it.
Did it.
It just did.
Yep.
And now Ron Gay is an author. Y'all go get it, man. TATed tips, advice, and thoughts. Me and Miss Deidre has been TATed.
Y'all have been officially tatted.
We've been officially been TATed. I'm waiting for my T-shirt, Ron. You might as well
It's
get
coming.
a T-shirt, man.
Yeah, man.
Taking time, man, coming through, sharing, chopping it up with me, man. I just want to have men and have a platform for men to talk about their feelings, talk about you know the decisions that they make, talk about manhood, man. This is a part of manhood, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is
Mm-hmm.
a part of manhood, and I'm looking to see some more, man. So I'm waiting for the other ones to come out. You challenge you if you get another one now. Look, wifey already challenging me. I'm like, dang, you got another one coming? I got to tighten up, man. I got to
You gotta
tighten.
tighten up, man. It's in you, man.
This is what it's about, man. This is what
Yeah.
it's about, man. Us encourage each other to be successful and keep pushing, man. I love you, Ron, from the bottom of my heart. We gonna have you back on here, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Gay, go get the book, TATed.
Thank you, man. I love you, my brother.
Johnny Mobley Jr. This has been Chop It Up. Peace out, y'all.